Exercise caution. Someone is going to arrest this man. Don't miss this opportunity to see this video. Archangel Michael says, there are moments in your life when truth arrives disguised in the form of chaos, and today, chaos is hiding a revelation you've been waiting for. Someone close to you, a man you know or have heard about, has walked a dangerous line. He has crossed too many limits, broken too many rules, and deceived more hearts than he thought would ever matter. Now, everything he built with lies is collapsing. The silence around him is crumbling. Whispers have turned into loud discussions behind closed doors, and these doors are being opened one by one. An arrest is looming, an arrest not just by law, but by divine justice. The walls he built to protect his secrets are cracking under the pressure of truth. He never thought his lies would catch up to him, but angels have been recording what the world missed. Archangel Michael says, caution is not panic, it is preparation. And you, dear soul, have been chosen to witness what many are blind to. You may have seen him around. Perhaps you've interacted, trusted, or even defended him in moments of doubt. That was before the mask slipped. Behind the fake smile is a heart darkened by greed and manipulation. And now, heaven is ordering an intervention. He thought he could outrun justice, but the divine clock ticks louder than any courtroom bell. You are not here by accident. This message, this moment, this warning, it was always meant to find you before things spiral further. While others may dismiss the signs, you are being spiritually armed with knowledge. Use it wisely. Behind the calm he wears lies an agenda, crafted over months, maybe years. A plan that involved deception, betrayal, and harm to the innocent. Someone very close to the situation has decided they can't stay silent anymore. They're preparing the papers. Evidence has been filed. This isn't gossip. This is divine orchestration. What's about to unfold will shake more than reputations. It will shift destinies. There are names on documents, conversations recorded. Proof that has been hidden is about to surface like a storm from still waters. Archangel Michael says, the heavens will no longer allow manipulation to remain protected under false charm. The order has gone forth. You may feel conflicted. It's okay. He may have once smiled at you, offered kind words, or presented a version of himself that felt genuine. But what lies beneath the surface is something that even the angels mourned over. Because behind the image is a man who betrayed not just people, but purpose. And now, his season of unaccountability is over. What was hidden will be dragged into the light, not just for punishment, but for the protection of those he would have harmed further. You have a role in this story. Don't ignore that. The fact that you're hearing this message proves you're part of the unfolding truth. People will deny it. Some will be shocked. Others will say, no, not him. But truth doesn't need validation. It only needs to be seen. An arrest doesn't always start with handcuffs. It starts with revelation. That's what this is. A spiritual warrant has already been issued. He has no more time to cover tracks. Those who used to protect him are backing away slowly, fearing the wave that's about to crash. Archangel Michael says, the divine realm doesn't forget what humans try to erase. Every act of injustice is a vibration, and heaven hears it. If you've ever felt something wasn't right about this man but couldn't explain why, this is your confirmation. He will pretend it's an attack. He will say people are lying. But the truth will be louder than his defense. This is your moment to stay awake and alert. Do not be fooled again. Even if others argue for him, your spirit knows the real truth. Behind this arrest is a much larger shift. His fall will expose others who stood beside him in shadows. He wasn't alone in his wrongdoing. There were whispers, favors exchanged, secrets traded like currency. All of it will come to light. A storm is coming, and in the eye of it stands a man who thought no one could touch him. But heaven always has the final word. He will act surprised. But Archangel Michael says he has known this was coming. He just didn't expect it so soon. He watched signs fall around him, relationships crumble, opportunities disappear, trust disintegrate. Yet he still pressed forward in darkness. Now he will be stopped. But not by revenge. By righteousness. There is someone brave who will speak up. They've been preparing quietly. When they open their mouth, the whole house of lies will shake. People who once called him a leader will begin to ask questions. People who once followed him will pause and walk away. This is more than just legal action. This is spiritual recalibration. Archangel Michael says, watch closely, because in the next few days, someone will slip up and reveal something important about this man. Pay attention. One small detail will confirm everything this message is trying to show you. You may feel nervous. You may feel confused. But do not feel powerless. You are being guided. Protect your peace. Don't involve yourself in unnecessary arguments. Just observe, and allow truth to unfold. Someone who once praised him is already backing away. Their silence is screaming guilt. Watch them. It will begin with rumors, then undeniable evidence. Pictures, messages, transactions. This is not the time to second-guess your instincts. Archangel Michael has never spoken to you without reason. This arrest may be physical, or it may be spiritual. Either way, his influence is ending. The damage he caused will take time to heal, but the healing will begin the moment he's exposed. You may be asked what you know. Stay honest, stay firm. Do not let fear silence your truth, because once the truth is out, chains will break, manipulation will end, and new beginnings will rise. The place this man once stood will be empty, but from that space will rise clarity. You are not alone in seeing the truth. Others have been quietly holding on to pieces, and now, together, the puzzle is forming. Justice may not look the way you expect. It may not happen in front of cameras, but it will happen. Archangel Michael says, you are safe. You are watched over. You are prepared for what's coming. Don't be distracted by drama. Don't be pulled into emotional games. Focus on what heaven is showing you. The arrest is near. The energy is shifting. And someone who thought they were above consequences is about to learn otherwise. Your job is not revenge. It is revelation. Let heaven handle the punishment. You focus on truth. And truth, beloved, is coming faster than anyone expected. He was warned, more than once, but he laughed, mocked, dismissed divine signals. Now, his laughter has turned into silence. And soon, silence will turn into confession. Archangel Michael says, this moment will be remembered. And when it happens, don't say a word. Just nod. You already knew. The angels have gone ahead. The seal of deception is breaking. And no lie can stand when heaven says, enough. Stay grounded. Stay discerning. And above all, stay in the light. Because this man, his actions, and his consequences, are no longer your burden to carry. They belong to divine justice now. And as that justice unfolds, may you be the witness, not the victim. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. His downfall will not be quiet. It will echo across every space he's tainted with lies. Conversations will erupt. People will replay their memories of him, wondering how they missed the signs. But not you. You didn't miss it. You just didn't have all the pieces, until now. The most powerful thing you can do in this moment is stand still and let the truth settle. Don't try to save anyone who never tried to save you. Don't go back and forth questioning your instincts. Because what's coming is not just the fall of a man, but the collapse of a false kingdom he built on manipulation, charm, and fear. He had chances. Heaven gave him dreams, signs, uneasy feelings in his gut. But his pride screamed louder than his conscience. There is a paper trail. There are testimonies. There are screenshots, recordings, transactions. And they are no longer buried. They are rising to the surface. Archangel Michael says, don't be shocked if someone you once trusted steps forward with details. This will feel like betrayal, but it's not. It's exposure. Even those who helped him are now afraid. They sense what's coming and are trying to clean their hands before the flame reaches them. But they were part of the deception. And even if they try to hide now, heaven sees. You, beloved, are not to worry about revenge. Focus on freedom. When truth comes out, your soul will finally exhale. The world may see it as a headline, but you will see it as prophecy fulfilled. He may try to reach out one last time before everything erupts. Don't fall for the apology. It's not repentance, it's desperation. Even now, he's scrambling to cover his tracks. But heaven is 10 steps ahead. The judgment isn't just legal, it's divine. And divine judgment doesn't miss. This man's influence will crumble. The illusion will dissolve. And those who once feared him will now turn their backs and walk away. Archangel Michael says, his time of control is over. A new power is rising, and it belongs to truth, not fear. You may cry. You may feel anger. But in time, you will feel peace. Because you survived what he tried to bury you under. Your name will be cleared. Your spirit will be vindicated. And your future will rise from the ashes of his manipulation. This arrest is a mirror, reflecting not only what he's done, but what he tried to hide in others. Watch closely. More will follow. It's not just about him. He is the thread that will unearth was never love, it was control. The energy around you is shifting rapidly. You may feel it in your sleep, in your body, in your spirit. It is confirmation. Someone in power is preparing to speak. And when they do, the news will be louder than any lie he ever told. Justice has a sound. You'll recognize it the moment it begins. And once it does, remember, you were warned. You were told. You were chosen. Archangel Michael says, you are divinely protected through this entire storm. Let no fear enter your mind. Though it may look messy at first, This is divine order disguised as disruption. He will try to explain himself. He will cry. He will shout. But his truth will hold no weight against divine evidence. Because what he destroyed with pride, heaven will restore through truth. This man used influence like a weapon. Now, that weapon is broken. And in the ruins of his empire, you will walk freely, unafraid, unshaken, unchained. Be cautious. Be aware. Don't speak too soon. Let the events speak for themselves. Your calm will confuse many, but your calm is power. Because you already know the end of this story. He thought no one was watching. But Archangel Michael always sees. Heaven has files. And now, they are being opened. This is more than a warning. It is a sacred unveiling. And you are standing in the center of it. So stay alert. Watch the signs. Feel the shift. And when the moment comes, when his arrest becomes public, don't rejoice in pain. Rejoice in freedom. Because the shadow he cast will no longer fall over your path. The air is clearing. The lies are lifting. You are rising while he is falling. That is divine balance. Archangel Michael says, you will not be pulled back into the trap of his narrative. You are free now. The days ahead may come with noise, but don't be afraid. Just follow the light. The man who once believed he could silence others will now face the sound of his own truth. And in that sound, chains will break, not just for you, but for others who were hurt too. Justice isn't loud. It's steady. And it's coming. Let it come. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. As the energy intensifies, don't be surprised if your dreams begin revealing signs, faces, and scenes connected to this man. Heaven often speaks through the subconscious when the noise of the world becomes too loud. You may feel sudden waves of emotion, sadness, anger, confusion, but these are not to trap you. They are part of your cleansing. Let them rise. Let them pass. Because what you're shedding now is the final layer of illusion this man cast over your life. He will no longer hold power over your spirit. He will no longer be a hidden force in your story. His influence is being erased, not by your hand, but by divine command. Archangel Michael says, the arrest will be just the beginning. After the moment he's taken into custody, either physically, legally, or spiritually, more names will be revealed. More people will be exposed. His secrets were not solitary. There were others involved. They formed circles, contracts, and silent pacts to hurt others and cover their tracks. But the circle is breaking. One by one, those within it are being pulled into the light. You may even be contacted. Someone from his circle may try to manipulate your perspective. Stand firm. You are on the side of truth, and the truth has already won. You don't need to fight. You only need to observe with clarity. The man who once controlled narratives will no longer get to shape stories. His story is now in the hands of justice, both earthly and divine. There may be a delay. It may feel like the storm is quiet, but trust this, heaven's timing is never wrong. What appears to be a pause is actually precision. Every move is being calculated. Every exposure is being aligned perfectly so nothing can be undone. Archangel Michael says, watch for the date. A particular moment is already marked in divine timing, an event that will shift everything. That day, you'll feel something in your chest. You'll know before you even hear the news. Your spirit will confirm it. The weight you've been carrying, doubt, suspicion, emotional injury, will suddenly lift. And all of it will make sense. Someone is going to come forward with undeniable truth. A person who was once afraid is now divinely emboldened. This person has receipts. They have courage. They are heaven's megaphone in this matter. When they speak, it will echo across timelines and tear down the final mask. Archangel Michael says, after this man's arrest, spiritually or legally, there will be a ripple effect. The people who remained silent while he hurt others will feel the pressure. The guilt they buried will become unbearable. Some will come forward with confessions. Others will run. And some will try to rewrite history to save themselves. Don't get involved in their chaos. Your path is upward. Stay on it. Because you have been obedient to divine nudges. You listened when others mocked. You stayed still when others fought blindly. You watched with wisdom. That wisdom will now be rewarded. A divine blessing is coming in the aftermath of this judgment. It is your reward for enduring silently, for carrying pain without turning bitter, for trusting heaven when the world failed you. This blessing will come in a form you never imagined, an opportunity, a relationship, a breakthrough that no one can block. And it will be sealed with peace. But before that blessing, the purge must finish. So prepare. He will be exposed. His name will no longer be mentioned with honor. His actions will be recounted with horror. And even though he may try to twist the narrative, it will not stick. Heaven has taken over the script. You are not here to defend yourself anymore. You are here to rise. And you will. Archangel Michael says, the days of silence are over. Now comes the sound of justice. Now comes the vibration of truth shaking everything that was fake. Don't return to his energy, not out of curiosity, not out of sympathy. That door has closed, and behind it is destruction. You are not called to look back. You are called to walk forward, even if the world behind you falls. And fall it will. One by one, the false idols, the lies, the twisted alliances, they are unraveling. Not just in this man's life but everywhere deception has thrived. You will start seeing it in other places. Patterns will emerge. The same spirit that operated in him exists in others. But now that you are awakened, you will recognize it instantly. That recognition is your shield. It is your armor. It will guide you safely away from traps disguised as blessings. You may feel the spiritual war heating up. But remember this, light doesn't fight. It just shines, and darkness disappears. The man whose arrest you are about to witness, he tried to dim your light. He tried to bend your truth. He tried to make you doubt what heaven already confirmed. But he failed. Because here you are. You've survived his web. You've broken free from his charm. And now you're walking into your chapter of clarity, courage, and unstoppable elevation. Archangel Michael says, let the arrest take place without your interference. It is not your war. It is heaven's. You are not required to do anything except walk in truth. That alone is your victory. Soon, the chains that tied others to him will also snap. The voices that were silenced will sing again. The homes that were broken will be rebuilt. The tears that were shed will be wiped. This is not just an arrest. It is a divine cleansing. A spiritual exodus away from manipulation. Let the storm come. Let the truth fall like fire. Because on the other side of this divine storm is your new dawn. And it is brighter than you've ever imagined. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. And when your new dawn rises, you will look back, not in bitterness, but in understanding. You'll see how everything, even the betrayal, even the pain, even the silence, was positioning you for purpose. This man's arrest, whether by law or by divine force, is not just an end for him. It is a beginning for you. The chains he wrapped around your spirit are falling away now. With each truth revealed, you are regaining your power, your clarity, your peace. You were never the problem. You were the target because you carried light in a space he wanted to control. Archangel Michael says, your innocence was never lost. It was overshadowed temporarily by his deception. But now, it returns to you with strength. And with that return, comes restoration. Restoration of your name, of your energy, of your future. You will no longer be defined by what he did. You will be remembered for how you survived. When the world hears of his fall, they will look to you, not with pity, but with awe. They will say, how did they walk through that fire and still glow? The answer is simple. You were not alone. Heaven was with you. Every step, every cry, every moment. And heaven never forgets. The man who thought he could break you is being broken now, not to hurt him, but to stop him. Because too many lives were at stake. Too many futures were being manipulated. Too many destinies were under siege. But that ends now. His arrest marks the final note in a symphony of deception. The silence that follows will be sacred. Use that silence to rebuild. Use it to breathe again. Use it to dream again. There's a new rhythm coming to your life. A new pace. One that doesn't include fear. One that doesn't include manipulation. You will walk differently. Think differently. Love differently. Because you've tasted both darkness and light, and you chose the light. Archangel Michael says, a crown is being placed on your head now, not one of royalty by the world's standards, but a crown of resilience, of truth, of divine victory. This spiritual crown cannot be taken. It cannot be stolen. And it will not fade, because you earned it. Every tear earned it. Every moment you kept silent when you could have screamed earned it. Every time you forgave when they didn't deserve it, you earned it. The heavens are writing your name in places you haven't even seen yet. Opportunities are aligning. People who once ignored you will be drawn to your energy, now that it's no longer entangled in his shadow. You don't owe explanations. You don't owe closure. What you owe yourself is peace. And peace is what you'll have. Let others speculate. Let them gossip. Let them wonder. You know the truth. You lived it. You overcame it. And now you will rise from it. The man who played with sacred things is being handled by divine forces. What he did in secret is being judged in the open. And that judgment will be swift, complete, and irreversible. Don't look for revenge. Look for renewal. It's already happening. Feel it. Breathe it. Walk in it. The road ahead is no longer blocked. The detour is over. You are back on your destined path. Archangel Michael says, go forward now, with wisdom sharpened, heart healed, and spirit armored. The battle is over, and you won. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your victory will not always be loud, but it will be lasting. While his name echoes in headlines or hushed voices, your name will echo in rooms of opportunity, healing, and honor. Do not return to that storm. Don't look back at the house that's burning. You were pulled from the fire for a reason, and that reason is about to unfold. There is someone watching all of this from afar. They have seen what you endured, and though they remained quiet, they've been deeply moved by your strength. Soon, they will step into your life with a message, an opportunity, or a door you never expected to open. Archangel Michael says, when one kingdom of deception falls, a kingdom of truth is built higher. You are now in the building phase. This is your permission to heal without guilt, to shine without apology, to move forward without dragging the past behind you. This man will try to rewrite his version of events. He may claim he was misunderstood, targeted, or victimized. But truth does not bend for convenience. Truth stands, and your truth has never been more solid. Do not be surprised when others begin coming to you with their stories. People who were once too afraid to speak will now find courage in your light. Some will thank you silently. Others will weep at your feet. All of them will be awakened because of your journey. What this man tried to suppress in you, your fire, your clarity, your voice, is now rising like a wave that cannot be stopped. Your purpose was never destroyed. It was only delayed. And that delay is over. Heaven is going to repay you in ways beyond financial. Yes, provision is coming, but so is deep rest. So is authentic connection. So is joyful laughter that returns to your lips without warning. You were never meant to be weighed down by someone else's karmic debt. You were never created to carry burdens that were never yours. Now, the return begins. What was stolen spiritually will be replaced with double favor. Archangel Michael says, even the spaces where you felt most broken will become altars of strength. People will look at those wounds and see not pain, but prophecy fulfilled. This man's arrest is just one chapter in a much larger story. The narrative was never really about him, it was about your awakening. You now see more clearly. You now know what deception looks like. And because of that, you will never fall for the same darkness again. That's why you were chosen to witness this. Not for revenge, not for gossip, but for transformation. You were forged in a fire that was meant to consume you. Instead, you walked out glowing. And soon, someone will recognize that glow. They will come to you, not for what they can take, but for what they can give. Divine partnerships are aligning now that the interference is gone. This man's energy blocked the good from flowing into your life. But with him out of the way, a flood of blessings has been released. And it's already on its way. Don't wait for an apology. Don't wait for closure. The arrest is your closure. The exposure is your apology. And the peace you feel right now, that's your reward. Archangel Michael says, heaven is rewriting the chapters ahead with joy, not sorrow. There will be moments where you'll be reminded of what happened, and a tear may fall, but it won't be from pain. It will be from gratitude. Because what was meant to destroy you ended up delivering you to a higher dimension of power, clarity, and protection. Let this man face what he sowed. His road was paved with arrogance and deception, and now, every step he takes leads to consequence. Your road is paved with light, and every step leads to divine elevation. Soon, you will not even remember his name with emotion. He will be a faded paragraph in your testimony, not the whole story. Your story is bigger than him. It always was. And now, it's finally yours to tell. You will share your journey in rooms where others need your strength. You will become a light to those who think survival isn't possible. And in your voice, they will hear freedom. You are not who you were before this pain. You are more discerning now, more grounded, more certain of what you carry. And no one, not him, not anyone, can take that from you again. Archangel Michael says, this final act will serve as a warning to others who thought they could tamper with heaven's chosen. They will pause. They will reconsider. Because what happened to him will become a lesson for them. Justice doesn't miss. Light doesn't lose. And you, beloved, are walking proof of both. Go forward now, not with fear, but with authority. Heaven is backing you. The court of divine law is standing behind you. And your name is etched in light. Nothing can dim it again. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.